Yo, what's good, YouTube? I'm not gonna keep you guys too long. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. This is just a topic I thought was pretty important that I think everybody should kind of know about and kind of just have, I'll give my 2 cents on it. So it's very important. As you can see, as the title of the topic, that we're talking about producer tags today. So it's very important as a producer or as a musician, artist, creative, or whatever you're doing, is to add your producer tag on your beats. Or if you're if you're a rapper or artist, then make sure you have your signature calling card essentially. So whatever your name is or your brand, your logo, your design, the producer beat or the producer tag, whatever it is that is stamps you, make sure you always put that on your work. So when I was in the beginning stages of me making beats, sending artists beats and whatnot, a lot of these artists would always hit me with, "Can you take your tag out? Can you take your tag out?" No, don't, absolutely not. I'm not taking my tag out because how do I get credit, right? So if I take my tag out of the beat and these artists already aren't good for crediting you, how would you know who made what and where the beat came from? How would you get any type of credit, right? And so artists like to say, "Oh well, it messes up the beat or this, that, and the third." If you have your tag in a beat one time in the first 30 seconds of the beat before the beat actually drops, how could it possibly mess up that song? What it really is they just they want it to sound a certain way or to be a certain way in their head. They don't want that tag to be in there because they don't want another artist to hear the tag and be like, "Hey, let me hit up Milan Makes Beats and get beats from them." So this is where I've talked about it before, where artists are very possessive of producers and feel like that's my producer, but won't give the producer credit. Now it's different if your artist is always giving you credit and whatnot. I still would always put your tag in there. Your tag is literally like your signature, man. Your tag is your calling card. That's your face. You know what I mean? So always have your tag involved into the music that you produce. So let's say I've had it in situations to where I believe it was the song with D Savage with Joey Fats that I did. He hit me up and was like, "Can you remove the tag?" I told him, "No, I can't remove the tag. I'm not removing my tag," because they wanted to just play where it's just the beat, this, that, and the third. Now D Savage and Joey Fats, they gave me my credit. I mean, they put it in the on the producer line and things of that nature. They gave me the credit, but I'm not going to send a beat without my tag in it. And I've had it to where artists would go in and try to chop out my tag or whatever the case may be, and then we had to kind of talk about that and deal with that. But never anytime an artist reaches out to you and tells you, hey, that light always goes crazy and tells you, "Hey, can you take your tag out?" Absolutely not. Even in the process of artists asking for stems, "Hey, can you send me the stems to the beat so I can get my engineer to mix and master it and match all the vocals with the beat and the key of the beat?" Sure, but I still need to have my tag in there. So whenever I would do that, I would always attach my tag to one of the stems that was like the one of the main melodies. So let's say whatever melody is playing throughout the whole entirety of the beat, I would attach my tag to that particular sound and just send the stems, how they go. So like when you send a stem, then obviously it's the full length of the melody playing throughout the whole entire beat, the other melodies, and then your other sounds, and they layer the stems on top of each other, and then it's that's how the beat's made. I'll probably make a video of showing you guys what stems look like and how that actually works if you're not familiar. But essentially, it's just all the components that make up the beat to put it all together, and you export it as a WAV file so that the engineer can actually mix and master it and mix it to the beat as well. It's a way to get really good quality music and whatnot. But that does not mean you do not have to you have to remove your tag. Some artists are going to tell you, "Hey, remove your tag. It sounds professional. This is that and the third." Well, next time you hop on the radio, let me know if you hear a song produced by Metro Boomin or Zaytoven, and if they don't have their tag in it, and if they obviously if they do, which they will, then that should let you know that that's false. There's no reason not to have your tag in there. A lot of the times, the tag artists wanting you to not put your tag in there is more of a selfish motivated reason. Um, but always put your tag into your beats, man. Your tag is definitely, like I say, your calling card. That is your stamp. That is how you get credit. So if somebody refuses to credit you, the tag is in the beat. So somebody can hear, "Oh, Milan makes beats. Let me go to Google him, check him out, see what I can find, and see if I can work with bro to see if I can get some work in, right?" So never fall for the "don't put your tag in it," this, that, and the third. But not putting your tag in the beat is like taking a test at school and you know you made an A because the teacher has already discussed with you that, hey, this is it, this is, you did a great job, you know how to study, you know the material, and then you don't write your name on the test and you submit it, and nobody knows who did what, or what grade to give you, because we don't know who to credit this to. Your tag is like your stamp. Your tag should be tattooed on all of your beats. You know what I mean? So don't ever send a beat out without the tags. And just make sure your tag's not overly loud and obnoxious. Like, I do understand if you got like some type of weird tag that does some crazy stuff and it's just loud and obnoxious and does too much. I do get that. But if you have a little simple tag, kind of like Zaytoven's, how he's got that little piano type sound, it says Zaytoven, and it makes a little piano noise, real quick and easy. It's just something very simple that you can always put in your beat. Now, when you're placing your tags, if your tag is something that says your name, like how mine says Milan makes beats, and kind of like that deep type of that weird sounding voice, that's literally the first thing that I put in the beat. That's why I place it first. So when I hit play in FL Studio, as soon as I hit play and the beat begins, my tag is also playing. That way, there's no excuse of, oh, it bothers the song or it's in the way here. Now, don't get in the habit of putting your tag all throughout the beat, because now that can be distracting. Unless your tag is something kind of like the plugs tag, for example. It's just plug. And so sometimes when the bass hit and it hits plug, it's fine. Just kind of like, that's why I use the capsule tag that just says capsule in Goku's voice. I just use that tag as well throughout the beat. So usually what I'll end up doing is put my main tag that says Milan Makes Beat in the very, very front of the beat. So as soon as I hit play, it plays, and then I may put it in the end of the beat. So it's the very last thing you hear. In between that, I may put my capsule tag in there, here and there, but I do not saturate your beat with a whole bunch of tags, because again, it can mess it up if you do it too much, or if your tag is a little too loud, obnoxious, or something like that. But there's no excuse to ever not put your tag in there. I used to know a producer. He's doing really well now, very successful now. But back in the day, he would pretty much ghost produce for people and wouldn't put his tag in there, and he would be mad and upset about not getting credit about it. I'm like, dude, you didn't put your tag in there, and then you made a beat, and then sent it off to another producer who added his sprinkle a little bit of something in there, and then sent it over to these artists and never credited you. And he would always, hit me in the DMs and be like, I made this beat, and here's the actual FLP and the melody of me doing it. But he wouldn't have to have gone through all of that and have dealt with that had he just placed his tag in there, did what he's supposed to do, sent it over, and then his tag is automatically in there. They can't rip and remove the tag out of the beat. I mean, they can try to chop it off and things of that nature. So just be selective of where you place it. But he missed out on getting credit on several different placements because he was ghost producing and thought that that was the way to how to actually do it. And now since then, now he doesn't actually do that. But I remember I used to tell this producer in particular, like, that is not the way to go. You always want to give yourself credit. You always want to have your name stamped on whatever it is. So like when I was in school and in college, I always would put my name or my signature or my initials or something on all the artwork and all the art pieces that I would do. So when somebody sees my art or would see the work that I designed or something, they would see it and see my initials or my signature or my name and be like, okay, the same artist. This is the same guy that created that piece over there. This is the same guy that created those business cards right there. This is the same guy that started that website over here. So you always want to make sure you tag yourself. You put your beat tag, your producer tag in there, or your calling card, or your signature, or whatever it is, whatever your signature sound, whatever it is that is directs directly back to you and reflects you as the artist, is absolutely, you want to add that to all your work. So if you're a designer, right, you always want to put your name or your tag or whatever it is, even if it's in the stitching of the tag, if it's the logo itself, that type of stuff. Like, imagine going into Nike and you're buying a Nike shirt or shoes or whatever, and none of the stuff has Nike stuff on it. You don't know who created it. So when I see a guy walking around, I'm like, dang, that shirt or those shoes are hard. What kind of stuff? What kind of shoes are those? I would know just off of seeing the little swoop. You know what I mean? Or if I would see some Adidas, I would know because I see the three bars. So that's why it's important to tag yourself, so that even without you saying it, somebody acknowledging it, somebody can look at it, hear it, or whatever the case is, and realize this artwork belongs to this artist because I've seen that tag, I've seen that image, I've seen that logo, that design, I've heard that or whatever on other art pieces, and I know this is associated with this particular person. You always want to give yourself credit because you have to think people are not going to credit you as much as they're going to credit themselves. So the artist may be genuinely wanting to give you all the credit in the world, but he may forget to tag you and post each and every post that he posts the song in. But as long as he's posting a song and they hear your tag, it still can relate back to you. Now you always want to make sure you're on the same page with the artist, and the artist is, hey, I'm gonna tag you and everything. When you promote it, I'll promote it. When I promote it, you promote it. That type of deal. That is the best way to continue that. One of my favorite sayings is the left hand cleanses the right, and the right hand, and together they cleanse the face. So basically, what that means is the artist needs to help the producer, and the producer needs to help the artist, and together they can work together to do the ultimate goal of what they're trying to do. So the artist wants to blow up on the song, the producer wants to blow up and make beats, right? So the left hand cleanses the right, and together they wash the face. That's one of my favorite sayings. So that's all I got for you guys. I don't want to keep you too long. Sunday, I got a lot of stuff that I need to do and knock out. Keep this video short and simple. But I just want to make sure you guys understand how important it is to make sure that you credit yourself by always adding your producer tag, adding your calling card, throwing in your logo, whatever it is. But essentially, you need to brand yourself and make sure that you are branded and you carry on with that brand because that's what's going to give you your credit, right? So that's all I got for you guys. Like I said, short, simple. Follow me on all my social media. Milan Makes Beats. If I got it, you'll find me. If I don't, you won't. And that's really about it, man. Just drop a like in the comment section, or drop a like or a comment in the comment section. If you like it, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. Either which way, just interact with the page so that the algorithm works and continues to work in my favor. So I appreciate all the love and support, and I hope that continues. Thank you. You guys enjoy your Sunday. Peace.